Hello everyone, welcome in. This is Mex. Today we're going to talk about MechaBreak's new trailer from this year's Game Awards. Aside from MechaBreak, there were some pretty awesome moments, one of which I want to take a second to appreciate, and that is the Game Awards using their platform to acknowledge the challenges that the industry professionals are currently facing. Please continue to support your game dev homies. They're the ones that make all of this possible. Now let's get down to this trailer. First off, we have updated details on MechaBreak. We've seen snippets of this game mode in trailers, at conventions, and in an interview with Amazing Season CEO Chris Kwok. Worth noting that this interview also covers some other interesting topics, including a developing social space, pay structure, cosmetics. We won't get into all of that, but if you are interested in checking out that breakdown, you can find the link for that in the video description. Okay, back to MechaBreak. We already knew coming into this that this was going to be a PvE PvP mode made up of teams of 3 competing against other teams and a massive arena boss, with the goal being to work together, take down the boss, score loot, and survive. Some of the new stuff that has us excited is the addition of equipable weapons and gliders, which adds a completely new layer to build crafting. Players can now use their favorite strikers without pigeonholing themselves into a specific role. An example, a healing striker can now contribute to DPS, flying units can now hold their own in close quarter combat. Brawler units have gliders now, which means they aren't dragging their ass to get into an engagement. We know that the maps for this game mode are going to be massive, so that seems like a pretty helpful feature. This game mode looks like the power fantasy that I've wanted to fulfill since I first fell in love with the mech genre back in the days of G Gundam and Escaflowne. I already knew I was going to love this game based off of the PvP, but this opens the door to a completely different experience, and it's an open invite to a whole other player base. Speaking of PvP, in addition to the 6v6 objective mode that we experienced with August's open beta, we are getting an entirely new 3v3 elimination mode. In my experience, these smaller modes require a more methodical playstyle, decision making and patience are much more important, overall game intensity is ramped up due to the level of focus. This will likely be the preferred game mode for those who play this game with more of a competitive instinct. All of this will be coming with launch, which we now know is spring of 2025 and will be available on Steam and Xbox. We don't know the status of the PlayStation launch, but it is still listed as a platform on their official channels. I would anticipate a delay, but stay tuned for an official announcement. If you want to stay up to date with MechaBreak news and announcements, you can hit the subscribe button here, join the official MechaBreak Discord, or check out their official site. Links for both of those can be found in the description, as well as a link to Steam's store page so you can add MechaBreak to your Steam wishlist. Thank you all for hanging out. I hope you're all as excited as I am. The wait is almost over, only a few more months of filling that void in our hearts with old clips. Please remember to subscribe and feel free to drop a follow on Twitch, TikTok, Blue Sky, and Twitter. Take care, be well, make good choices.